That's the Brooke or That Gratitude Guy. All right, today's topic, one day at a time. Now, I know we've heard that before, and it's like, yeah, that's the way you should take your life and so on and so forth. But I thought of a couple of good examples that I wanted to just kind of run by you when it has to do with gratitude and being grateful for your life, and frankly, for having challenges and things that seem a little overwhelming at times. I remember years ago, I was talking to a gal that she said something, and she had this sort of perplexed look on her face, and I said, what's on your mind? And we got talking about some things, and she goes, sometimes I'm just a little overwhelmed by the enormity of it all. And frankly, I got kind of what she was talking about. And so I started thinking about this piece by piece, bit by bit type of thing. Several videos back, actually it was quite a ways ago, I talked about a cord of wood theory I had, where if you just put away one piece at a time, focus on the goal, the enormity or the overall size of the project or life or whatever it might be too much, but if you break it down into piece by piece, it is a lot easier to handle. I remember, I was in my late 20s, early 30s, I think it was, when I was learning how to fly. First time I got into an airplane, I looked at this huge instrument panel. It's one of the most intimidating things I'd ever seen, all these gauges and switches and levers and so on and so forth. And the instructor looked at me and he goes, you know what? Don't worry about that. He said, let's just work on this instrument today. And that's all we're going to focus on is just this turn and bank indicator, or the attitude indicator, whatever it might be. And I thought, what a great example of just taking it one day at a time, bit by bit, developing the momentum. Same thing in running a marathon. 26 miles is just an overwhelming amount, at least it was for me. I'm sure it is for a lot of people. But if you just think about running a mile and then you run a couple of miles, and of course this is after training, all of a sudden it starts to add up. So think about that as you're thinking about your gratitude. And another big thing is when I talk about the gratitude journal, every day that entry for the things you're grateful for today and what you're going to be grateful for tomorrow, it starts to add up and it develops momentum and it gives you that learning it piece by piece, day by day. I've said many times, I usually write my gratitude journal in the morning. 7, 8, 9 minutes is all it takes. But is it easier to do that and build up all that momentum, or would it be easier to write 365 entries on December 31st? So remember, that's all about momentum, all about taking it one day at a time, piece by piece, and you develop that forward momentum, which will really carry you forward. So that's it for today. Be writing that gratitude journal. Remember, if you don't have one and you want to pick one up, you can go to thebrooker.com and get one on my website. You're writing in it every single day. You'll be really, really pleased with the results, and you will develop a lot of forward momentum. That's it. See you tomorrow. Take care.